another TV repair shop bought in this LG Smart TV, saying that it has a power board error. I don't think it does. It does have issues with the Wi-Fi, but they've always plugged it in. But there's a few things worth noting on this. Just a few. I'll switch some lights on. Unfortunately, I've blocked my view of the monitor, so I can't really see what you can see. Yes, I can. I mean, the first thing to notice, if it's coming across, is a scratch there, a scratch there, a scratch there, a scratch there, a scratch there. It's not really in the greatest of condition. Now, this is not the first time I've plugged it in. I'm always honest with you. I plugged this in very quickly for a few minutes in the early hours of the morning. And the TV is coming on, the power supply is fine. I know it's got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth problems, but we can replace those. But before I go to the expense of replacing those, I just wanted to test something. And once again, we've got a backlight issue because... Now, are we going to find it? There should be a spinning diamond with LG written on it. I don't know if the camera is picking that up. There's streaks there of I'm not sure this screen is in the best condition, which is why I wanted to do a few tests before I start putting parts in. Now, there's the LG logo that came up. I've got no idea if you can see this. When I did this test yesterday, here we go. So you can see where it says input list, etc. I was looking at this yesterday and this didn't look right. The little bit, the messages in the back. Now it could have been. It looked like it was flickering. That could be down to the backlights at the back, which aren't connecting properly. But I'm suspicious about the screen. It almost looked like the screen had been damaged, and that's what the flickering was anyway. So I think what's best to do at the moment with this TV is, before I take the screen out, is I'm going to force a set of the backlights on. When I say a set, it's got two sets of backlights in the back. It's a dual power feed. I'm just going to light one of them up, force some backlights to come on, which will give me a kind of picture, but it will let me know if this screen is cracked or damaged. And at the moment, I'm not convinced that it's 100%. And before I start going ordering parts, as I say, I would like to investigate further on this. Otherwise, it's wasting my time and money, because if I go buying parts for this and put new backlights in, and then the screen is smashed, well, that's a complete waste of time, because the customer is not going to pay for the repair. So I'm going to take the back off it and attach my LED tester to force some backlights on, so I can have a better look at what the condition of the screen is. This is the LG 42LN578V, one of the top of the range TVs when it came out, with some great apps. It's a 2013 TV, so this is, well, 7 and a bit years old. So you'd expect a few issues to be alongside it. It's a shame the screen is in such bad condition. Otherwise, these are still nice TVs and well worth repairing. This one, however, because of the screen issue being badly scratched. But this is not mine. It belongs to somebody else. So we're going to try and do our best, but at the moment I don't want to waste any time putting new backlights in until I'm 100% sure, as I say, that the screen is okay. So let's take the back off and see what screen we have in the back of here. Oops. Take the back off when you get the final screw out. Keep forgetting about that one. Well, the screen is the standard LC420 Dew SFR1, which you may be able to see right there. Got millions of backlights in for this. I don't think this TV has been worked on before. Usual power board, usual main board. There is the Wi-Fi, that was the word I was looking for, and that's the Bluetooth. Now, when I say Bluetooth, no, you can't connect your phone to it. No, you can't connect a soundbar to it. But it's a Bluetooth module for a Bluetooth remote control. I don't think you can connect a soundbar to it. I can't remember. No, I don't think you can. It's not that particular Bluetooth module. It's just for the LG Bluetooth remote. It's a nice remote and it's a good feature. Nookie cookie. So my intention is to get a feed to those wires there through my LED tester and then plug in my Blu-ray player and see what sort of picture we get and see if it's worth actually working on. Could be. Then again, it may not be. Just for this testing purpose, I've just spliced in there my LED tester, which is sending strange kind of voltages, up and down, in and out. Wow, that's going up from 70 to 140, which is strange. But if I turn the lights out, I was going to say you could see. Ooh. Oh, sorry, I've turned off the LED tester. Stupid thing to do. You can tell that I have got backlights there. Why there's fluctuation in the DC, I'm not too sure yet. Doesn't seem to be any fluctuation here. I've got a Blu-ray portable plugged into the HDMI. So I'm going to try and stand the TV up and then turn it on. It's not turned on at the moment. I've plugged it in. I'm going to switch this TV to standby. And I'm going to stand the TV up, just trying to be a bit delicate because those leads are only pushed in. Right, so I have got some of the backlights up. Only some of them, not much. And at the moment it's looking good. I know you can't see much. At the moment it's looking good because I can see no cracks. So let's just turn this TV on. Ooh, that was a funny... Okay. So the TV is coming on. Let's go up to the input list. We can see a brighter picture now. Not a bright picture, but a brighter one. And if I go to the HDMI 1 just there, we will see that the picture actually does look okay. So that tells me it's got scratches on the screen, but it's worth investing time sorting out the backlights, sorting out the Bluetooth, and sorting out the Wi-Fi issues. I've got all the spare parts. I've got a full set of backlights. So I'm convinced it's okay to go ahead and replace it. I will obviously give this screen a very good clean. Not that that will remove any of the scratches, but I don't think the scratches are going to be noticeable when the TV is powered on. So I thought for now, because a lot of people have mentioned that they like the backlight repairs, which is just as well because that's 90% of TV repair at the moment. We are going to be putting a brand new set of backlights in this, but let's find out. Let's find out how many have gone beforehand. But even if it's just one that's gone, as I say, a whole new pack is going in, wherever they are. I mean, in a way, part of me thinks it's a bit of a waste on a screen that is sadly quite badly scratched, putting a whole new set of backlights in. But as I mentioned, when the picture's on, you don't really notice the scratches. So with a clean up, this TV will be, I'm not going to say as good as new, because it isn't, but it will be very good. I've just got a feeling that this TV has been opened before, because I think there was a screw missing. Anyway, this is our usual screen, our usual issue. We can go through line by line. See how many strips have broken. Let's start on the bottom strip first. Positive on the top, negative on the bottom. And we are switched on, so we should be getting something. And we are. So all of them on the bottom I don't know if it's easy for you to tell, my hand is blocking one there, but they are all lighting up. So switch some lights off. I don't know if this makes it any better, the lighting, sometimes, because the camera just self-adjusts. But there. So it's not those two strips. Let's go down here. It's not those two strips. It ain't those two strips. It ain't those two strips. We got one gone. So it's just that one which is stopping the TV from powering up. And that one is an R1. I've got no second-hand strips here, and I'm not putting second-hand strips in because somewhere I do have a complete set for this. Complete set that I bought in specially. Could be in here. I think there's two sets in here. No, that could be the one. And it is. Right. So I'm going to stick these in, give it a clean and put it back together, and hey presto, TV should be working. I've already replaced the boards that have been faulty on it, which is the Wi-Fi board had a short on it. Thought it was the main board first. And the Wi-Fi board is connected to the Bluetooth unit as well, but they've all been replaced now. And the TV is coming on as you saw earlier. But the Wi-Fi board being short stopped the standby light from working correctly because they're all in the same circuit. And I've just replaced the whole loom, the whole lot. Now we're going to do the same with the backlights. New backlights are in, screen's back on, nothing's connected yet. Since the screen is not in the best of conditions, I'm going to treat it to some foam cleanser and then some proper screen cleaner. I call it proper screen cleaner because it costs a fortune, about £10 a tin. Well, I'll get some of the grime off it first, just using some foam cleaner. Again, foam cleaner that's, I mean, I don't mind showing off the brand if it helps anybody, but I use those. I use the Serviceall stuff, which I know are a lot of... Can you see that? Do you want it there instead? There we go. I use those. Definitely not the cheapest, but, you know, it does the job for me. There are some people that will still just use a bit of washing up liquid and water. And if it works for you, then it works for you. I'm sure I've mentioned on other videos, I love the smell of that. That in particular, I call that the smell of success. That is so expensive, but it smells so nice. I'm actually going to use it as deodorant. I'm not, obviously, because I'd probably be rushed to hospital with very sore armpits afterwards. This is the part of the screen that gets the dirtiest. I'm just putting some extra gunk down here at the bottom. Right. That's actually made it look so much better. I should really let it dry a bit before I... Blimey, why is this not coming off? Thank you. This is obviously a brand new tub, never been used before. And the smell is just lovely. I've put quite a bit on. I've probably put way too much on to clean it. But this will... gives the screen a nice lacquer. You can actually sit here now, or stand here, polishing it for quite some time. As I love to do. Polish, 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 polish. Now, amazingly, those scratches I pointed out earlier have gone. So it wasn't scratched, it was just badly marked. There is a scratch down here which is quite nasty, which is not going to go away. I don't know if you can see that. That won't go away. But those lines I picked up on, those scratches earlier, have now disappeared. So that's a bit of a result for the other repair shop anyway. Right, going to leave that to dry. Let's put it back together and power it back up. It's on. I'm quite pleased with the way that that has managed to come out. Now the scratches have gone. Excuse me while I just mess around with the camera. I know it's you can't see much, but anyway, plonky plonk, it's up. Let's just test where the backlights were before the TV failed on this particular one. Were they at 100%? You know what I've forgotten to do, don't you? I haven't put the IR sensor back in. Really? Yes. I've forgotten to put the sensor back in, look. The sensor is still there. How can you forget to put the sensor back in? It goes there. So I won't know about the backlights. So let's just put the sensor back in a second. So as you can see in here, TV back up and running, and the IR sensor is back on. Let's just turn the volume down. Let's just check where the backlights were. Oh, ho, ho, ho. That's a bit too low, but that'll do nicely. Also, of course, the colour temperature is way too cold, in my opinion. But I just set this up the way I think it should be set up. The colour is amazingly high. The only thing I do like turning up quite a bit is the sharpness on these screens. There we go. Well, the DVD seems like it's a bit dirty. Dirty DVD. But it's working, and I'm really pleased that the scratches have gone. I mean, they really have. So that's good. Apart from that one that's really bad down here. I'm not sure if you can see that, so I'm just going to see what it looks like. Now, when the lights are off, the scratch is not there. So, it's another winner. I'm pleased about that. I've got a funny feeling that the guy that runs the other TV repair shop, or TV shop, I had a feeling that it may be that it had a bad screen, and I didn't want to start spending time and money putting new backlights in, new boards in. When I say new boards, I mean just Wi-Fi board and Bluetooth board. But it's still time doing that for no particular reason, and then having to take them all out again and not earn any money, which is no fun when you don't earn any money. But anyway, it's okay. It's another working TV. I think we're going to do a DVD recorder next. One of mine has failed, which has got all my Radio 1 recordings on, and I don't want it to fail. It's refusing to power on. It's stuck in its self-check mode. That can be a failed hard drive, or it can be a voltage regulator. I'm hoping it's going to be a voltage regulator. We'll play with that next. But for this little one, thank you for watching.